Hello there, my beautiful Scorpio friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and excited to have each and every one of you here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Rhea, and I do these readings every week. All right, everyone, this is where it all begins, and I want you to mark your calendars down. On April the 19th, this is where the sun is entering the sign of Taurus, kicking off Taurus season on the 21st. And the energy is definitely shifting. I feel that some of you are already feeling the shift in energies. Retrograde season is finally over as well, and the chaos, it is clearing. Now it is time for all of us to get grounded. Taurus season is calling all of us to come back to what's real in our lives, to come back to what's steady, and to connect with what lasts in our lives. It is also a really good time for you to rebuild wherever you need to rebuild in your life. And this is also a time where you get to choose what stays in your life and what goes. Okay, so I'm super excited about this. I feel it's a new beginning for all of us. So I wanted to pull some cards and see what it is that Spirit wanted to share with you around this energy. So let's get into it, everyone. All right, Scorpio, let's call in Spirit and open up your reading. Let's see what it is that Spirit wants to share with you around this transit. So we're going to start with a Spirit animal card. This is going to be your animal guide over the next couple of weeks. And anytime you see this animal, this is going to be your message. So lion, control. Look at that, the energy of a lion. Have any of you seen a lion? This is a confirmation. If you haven't, you're seeing one now on your screen. So control. The message is, if you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper. You are encouraged to explore how to express your needs or thoughts more openly and constructively to reduce your level of frustration. So once again, if you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper, Scorpio. You are encouraged to explore how to express your needs or thoughts more openly and constructively to reduce your level of frustration. Okay, so yeah, controlling that inner beast within us is going to be very, very important here. So yeah, some of you might be seeing lions around you somewhere. So let's pull some tarot cards and see what else is coming through. Stay grounded. Spirit is saying get out in nature. When you do feel a little bit worked up, angry, right, frustrated, try going outside and see what happens there. We have the Six of Swords. This is the energy of peace and tranquility, right? So especially if you're trying to control a situation, this is where Spirit is wanting you to surrender and allow yourself to flow with what's happening naturally and organically. There's no need to resist or try to control it. Sometimes we're not meant to control it. What you can control, though, is your thought, your emotions, and your actions. Okay, so this is the Six of Swords, creating or cultivating peace and tranquility within ourselves. And we have the Five of Swords, protecting your boundaries, your space, your energetic space, your frequency and vibration. Right now, you're meant to flow through life in the energy of peace, love, and abundance. But there's something coming in here that is going to shake things up, create a little bit of turbulence. But this is where Spirit is letting you know that you've got this, Scorpio. Ground yourself. Create some healthy boundaries and make sure you are gatekeeping them. Okay, so that is the Five of Swords, and we also have the energy of the sun. So the sun is shining in your life here, my friends. And I feel the song, the sun is shining and the weather is sweet. You know that song? Oh my gosh, that's popping up into my mind right now. So the energy of the sun is bringing a lot of happiness, excitement, and joy into your life. And summertime is rolling around here as well. So you know what? I feel some of you are planning for summer, planning vacations. You're already in the vibration and frequency of the sun energy. So the sun is a major arcana card. So this energy is going to be prominent in your life. However, it tends to be in the background. So some of you are going to feel this energy intensely, while others you're going to feel this subtly. I also want you to use your own intuition with my reading today. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition, and you will also receive your own messages. And I love it when you share with me how these energies are coming into your life in the comment section below, Scorpio. So yeah, we have a lot of peace right? Through you not allowing people to enter your energetic space, to interfere with your frequency and vibration, or even to distract you, okay? I feel distractions are coming up as well. And to shine bright in your life. Don't let anything dim your light at this time, okay? This is, it's not easy to stay in our own frequency and vibration because things happen daily, right? And it can knock us off our frequency and vibration. So just be mindful of where your frequency and vibration is at every single day. So before we begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs. So what is going on in your life here, Scorpio? You're going to have to share with me in the comment section below, because I feel that this feels like waves coming and going. There's energies that are in and out, and you're having to deal with them. And they're coming in different kinds of ways, different waves, different emotions, right? So perhaps you're having a hard time kind of managing all of these. And this is where Spirit wants you to cultivate peace within yourself, because whatever these tides or these waves are, they have crossed the boundaries and they're in your space, actually affecting you, right? So this is where Spirit is wanting you to come back to your center, ground yourself, reconnect with yourself, and get out of autopilot. This is what Spirit wants you to do, is get out of autopilot. Perhaps you are kind of in that zone or frequency where day by day it's the same kind of thing, and all of a sudden you're finding yourself your life accelerating. It's almost like 5-6 years have gone by and it's been the same old thing. And maybe you've been thinking things unintentionally because you've been on autopilot. This is where Spirit wants you to catch yourself. So they're talking about the Five of Swords here first. This is about you really protecting your peace first, your energetic space. This is going to be very important for you. And the way that you communicate, it is important that you really cultivate open communication. So if you're feeling something, it doesn't feel right, share that, right? If, speak your truth. Don't be afraid to, because you might hurt someone because of whatever reason. If you're speaking your truth, then I feel that it will be taken in with a little bit more respect. And if it doesn't, that is not your business. That is not your business. That has something to do with them for having a reaction to it, right? So yeah, I feel you're meant to guard your energy from someone right now. It might be someone that is hurting you, hurting your feelings. Maybe they bring you down. It's almost like you're just not in alignment with them. So again, it's okay to say no. No is a complete sentence. And don't be afraid to cut cords. I feel there's a relationship in your life right now that is way past its expiry date. Like this energy should have been gone a long time ago. And maybe it is interfering or distracting you from something that you are trying to build right now, something that you're trying to experience, right? So there are ways that we can, in a loving and compassionate way, ask the energy to get out of our energetic space, right? So remember that you are the gatekeeper, the bouncer of your energetic space. Spirit is wanting you to take your power back, claim it back, and stand in your power, stand in your truth in a loving and compassionate way, right? This is a temporary energy, by the way, so it's not going to last. I feel the feeling that, I feel you're very loving. You have a really big heart, Scorpio, and maybe you just feel awful when you have to stand your ground, and you don't like the feeling that you get after the fact, right? After standing in your truth and protecting your space. I sometimes feel this as well. It's like, oh, that just sucks that I had to say it like that. Even though it was in the most sweetest way, it just doesn't feel good. And, I have to just feel that feeling and let it pass. And that's usually what I do. It hasn't gotten better for me. I don't know when it will, but every time I have to stand my ground, especially with my boundaries, it sucks, right? So yeah, sometimes it sucks for us, and it's okay that it sucks. We don't have to dwell in that energy or allow it to override our decisions, right? So it's really important that you protect your energy at this time and be very clear about your boundaries. When you're being very clear about your boundaries, this is actually a spiritual act, okay? The other thing is change is taking place in some way. It feels like your life is about to change. You're feeling the changes. Perhaps you're trying to create those changes. I feel you have a different or a bigger vision in your life right now, and you are actually working towards building or creating this in some way. And this is why it's going to be really important that we don't allow energies that kind of have been in our lives. You know, there's an energy here, Scorpio, that has been in your life for a while. And I feel, you know, this energy isn't benefiting you in a positive way. In fact, it's either holding you stagnant or it's kind of pulling you down, right? And I feel you give your energy away here, and maybe there's no purpose or reason. Perhaps you don't even know why you do it, but I feel you do this. And this might not be everyone. This might not be to a person. It might be to something in your life that you know you have to cut the cord on probably 5 years ago, right? It's like an energy that you're just kind of dragging around with you at this point. It's like dead weight. So this is how Spirit is showing me. So this is something that you're meant to clear right now. And it's really important that you do, because you're elevating, you're going through an ascension. You might be feeling physical ailments here. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving any kind of medical advice here, everyone. I'm just reading the energies of the cards. If you're feeling any kind of physical ailments, please go see a medical professional. All right. So yes, I'm getting ascension symptoms. We all have different ways that we feel these ascension symptoms. And I feel those of you that are aware of them know that you are feeling those now in your life. This just lets you know that you are elevating in energy. Ground yourself. I feel that sometimes when our physical body is speaking to us, communicating to us through something that we are feeling, it's a sign. I always find it has to do with our diet. I could be totally wrong here. You're going to have to share with me what it means for you. But for me, anytime I feel like ascension symptoms, I right away ground myself and start eating healthy and getting rid of any of the garbage I've been eating in that time frame, right? So that's kind of my sign. Information, knowledge, wisdom you are meant to apply in your life right now. So any previous challenges or any kind of shaky energies that you have gone through where you know why they came in. Sometimes we don't know why, but we know that there was a lesson there. We grew, and I'm so glad that happened to me, right? That now I'm in this place in my life. They want you to apply some of the knowledge you acquired there in those experiences. Okay, and here, bury the past. Spirit is saying, bury the past. Let it go. There's no need for you to carry that heavy weight. It's now time to lighten the load and allow yourself to move and flow smoothly. Right? There needs to be no control, right? We've got the energy of control here, or resistance. You know, choosing which way the path goes. Sometimes, you know what? Allow it to just flow. See where it takes you. Right? You just never know. And I feel that you're looking for peace in your life at this time. Maybe just a beautiful, peaceful life, maybe with a nice partner, your family, out of the city, right? Maybe on a mountaintop somewhere, maybe out in the on a beach, right? Maybe on an island even, where it's quiet, you're away from the hustle bustle, and you're just living that peaceful life. It's almost like you've been waiting for this for so long. You've waited for this experience, and it's finally starting to show up, and you're feeling the energy of peace and love here, the energy of tranquility, right? So calmness. So this is something that you have to cultivate within yourself first, before you actually see it unfolded and reflected to you in your reality. And right now you have a really deep connection to spirit. I feel you're going to have an emotional experience in your life. I do feel that has to do with some of the thoughts that you're thinking. So it's really important, if you're stressing or worrying in your life about things right now, to really ground yourself and clear your mind of those thoughts. Put them out in the past. You don't have to think about them anymore. I feel that some of you have been thinking thoughts for a long time. Thoughts of things that have happened in the past, how they might affect your future, or things that have happened in the past and there's no rhyme or reason for any of that, for you to even think it, because that's the past now. The only reason why it feels real is because you're feeding the energy to make it real. So you're going to continually feel it. And then because you're thinking about it, your subconscious thinks, oh, Scorpio, there's a lot of energy you're focusing here. So I'm going to confirm that by reflecting that, all of that kind of stuff to you in your reality. And, you know, I feel this is really important that you ground yourself. Meditation is really good to reconnect with yourself, to bring peace to you, clear your mind. Journaling If you're able to journal, Scorpio, to write things down. What I like to do is if I feel overwhelmed, I will word vomit on a sheet of paper, and it might not even make sense. And I don't care. I just wanted to empty my mind, make some room for spirit, and then I don't even read it. I just chuck it in the garbage because I don't care. It's just stuff that's floating around. Maybe there's things that are important, but even if they are important, if they're creating stress, then I don't want them in my mind. Instead, I clear it, and then I start to implement affirmations, positive affirmations, and think about, okay, what am I creating? How far have I gotten? So I look at a positive outlook. I look for solutions rather than focusing on problems. So this is me setting it's not that we go through situations and challenges where it needs our attention. I'm not saying to step aside from your responsibilities and obligations, but create calmness there and not try to control it all, because you don't have to control it all, right? And I feel there's like friction or resistance, and you don't have to keep putting the brakes on. You can let go and allow the car to move. It's really interesting because you don't have to control it. Let the river move you in the direction that you're meant to go. There's a beautiful stream and flow of energy coming in, and you're not meant to control it. You're not meant to fight with it. You're not meant to resist it. You're meant to kind of float around with it, right? This is an energy right now, and those of you that are here, you're feeling this already. Like, you can feel this energy. And we have this sunny sun here. You're going to have a glow up experience. Spirit is saying you're going to have a glow up experience. You're going to be shining bright like a diamond. And maybe you've been listening to the song recently, Shine Bright Like a Diamond, right? Because you're feeling this energy. And maybe you're seeing others shining bright like diamonds. You're going to see these sparkly people in the world. You are also a sparkly person. You're highly magnetic, so you're able to draw energies, and I feel you don't even know this about yourself. Okay, a lot of the things that happen in your life is because your energy drew it in. And I feel because you're just a very giving, loving person, you invite energies into your space without actually, I feel, doing a full scan or anything like that. And all of a sudden we have a weed that snuck into your garden rather than, and you're meant to be gatekeeping this energy, right? That's the Five of Swords again coming in for you. We have things that come into our energetic space, into our frequency and vibration that knock us off the path of the sun, of happiness and of love. Periods or cycles in our lives. And, sometimes we're meant to go through these because they're teaching us something, and we're learning, we are growing and evolving from that experience. So this is where Spirit wants you to trust your path, and, regardless of whatever challenges and obstacles you're facing, because you're definitely facing them here in the Five of Swords. Some of you are going through changes that might be uncomfortable, but guess what? You get to control how you show up within that experience. You can turn that energy into light and have a very happy experience within that chaos you might be experiencing within those challenges, right? So even in my own life, when I do go through challenges, sometimes they're just so heavy. Some of them some experiences I've had recently are ones I've never had before. And I always kept myself grounded through them, made sure I focused on the positive, and there's a purpose and a reason why things happen, and we sometimes don't understand them, and maybe we're not meant to in that moment. Right? But I feel now that, the amount of time everything is starting to make sense, right? So I feel this is what's happening here for you as well. Maybe you're coming out of a situation, or there's something kind of happening in your life where you're having to practice keeping healthy boundaries, speaking your truth, standing up for yourself. Things are starting to change for the better. Like, you're feeling really good. You're seeing the sun shining in your life. You're feeling more creative, more loving, and you're wanting to expand and you're wanting to grow and have this experience in the sunshine, in the sunlight. Maybe with someone else. Maybe this is a new job that you have just joined. Maybe it wasn't the best. The transition was difficult for you, getting used to adjusting to the energies. But now here we are in the sunshine having a beautiful experience. Right? So I feel this is what's coming in for you. This is something that you are creating naturally on your own, because your energy is, I feel it is connected to the energy of the sun. And right now we have been having solar flares. The sun is very active. The sun card has been coming up. A lot of sun energy has been coming up through this batch of readings. So I do feel the sun does affect you. I'm getting a DNA reactivation happening here, or something that was laying dormant. And because you were able to clear energies and release control, allow yourself to surrender, you're activating something that needed to be activated a long time ago. It's so interesting. This, something that had to happen a while ago. What is this for you? You're going to have to share with me in the comment section below. There's a lot of success, abundance, prosperity, stability here as well. And you know what? Your life is blossoming. This is what's happening. This is the beginning of your life blossoming. Some of your lives might already be blossoming, and maybe there's something happening over here where maybe you're feeling a little bit tested, but this is where you're like, you know what? Bring it on. Bring on that test. Let's see how well you do. Not me. Don't worry about me. You worry about yourself, right? It's that kind of energy for you right now. So yeah, I'm just seeing some of you even traveling. I don't know where you're traveling to, Scorpio, but some of you might be traveling over the mountains somewhere, going to a hot place. I feel Hawaii, Mexico, somewhere else, Australia even. Some of you maybe live in these areas. And there's good news coming in as well. I'm seeing good news coming in, and definitely growth. So this is where Spirit is really asking you to be mindful of the thoughts that you think, because the thoughts is where the energy starts to manifest. You're an incredible manifester. So again, you're very active as a manifester, and they want you to stay bright right now. Stay bright. Don't let the darkness override your brightness. Rise up like the sun every single day and shine your light in the world, Scorpio. All right, so we are now going to pull a bonus card for you. This is the Work Your Light Oracle. This is a card deck that Spirit called me to use in your reading today. So let's see what more Spirit wants to share with you through this card deck. All right, so yes, lions. I'm getting vitamin C, vitamin D, important to intake your vitamin C and vitamin D. So the Mintakan. All right, so the message here is longing for home, belonging, and the original light workers. So perhaps you're from the family of Mintakan. Okay, so let's read the interpretation from the guidebook. Some of you might be resonating with the image of this card. And water people. I'm getting water people here. I don't know what that means for you, but water people is the word that Spirit is sharing with me here right now. So Mintakan. So the Mintakans are a soul group who originated on a planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original light workers. The Mintakans' home planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakans feel most at peace and at home when in or around crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakans have an odd longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet to no longer being in existence. If you pull this card, it could mean that you are a Mintakan or are longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary. So root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearn for a place on Earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. Okay, so I feel this is connecting to the energy of the sun as well to create your desired experience. So Work Your Light transmission here, feel free to practice this, is to hold the vision of this card in your heart and say to yourself, I allow myself to be truly here and at home on this planet. I release any grief around not belonging or feeling held and call in the perfect home. All right, so the Mintakan here. All right, so let's now close off with an angel number for you. So some of you are seeing angel numbers, repeating numbers. This is going to bring you your confirmation and guidance. And some of you might be seeing this number. Remember this message whenever you see it. So 6868, achievement. All right, look at that, the energy of achievement. So you're going to find yourself reaching the pinnacle. You're going to reach your goals here, everyone, your desires. It's time to release any kind of burdens that you're carrying right now. Embrace your success, your prosperity, and your wealth. There's so much of it already in your life. So look at that. So this is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video today, you're also going to enjoy some of these videos I've posted here for you. So I do feel there are messages that Spirit is wanting to relay to you. And if you choose to, these definitely are going to have something that you're going to be able to carry forward with you. So enjoy.